Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Los Angel of Havoc, aka Leitedo, the one and only high priest of the congregation. Welcome back to a story of Lay, or the story of Lay, as you will. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I just haven't really had the time to really sit down and coherently put my thoughts together. But today we're going to be talking about my EP, Lay It Down, which I released earlier this year. Right around Valentine's Day. I released it on February 16th. Just a nice little R&B EP. I always enjoy dabbling in the R&B genre, putting my own little spin on it. So today I wanted to talk about each of the songs and the concepts behind them. So I hope you enjoy this one. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like what I do here on the channel and everything. You enjoy the music. Definitely got a lot of new things coming, and trying to bring Story of Lay back. If you want to hear more song breakdowns, let me know. Next one is conceptually about the premise of making sure that we're not making someone that we're with pay for the mistakes someone else committed towards us. And in the case of my song, it's about me being with someone, and you know, in my life, I have a lot of female friends, and, you know, I know sometimes that can make folks feel very insecure, men and women. You know, I know some guys don't really like their girl to have a lot of male friends, and I know some women don't necessarily feel good about their, you know, guy partners having a lot of female friends. And I'm sure it carries over into all lifestyles, right? You know, some people just have those insecurities. I wrote Next One because I've always been a firm believer in that you should never make the person that you're with pay for the mistakes that someone else did that hurt you. You know, you should never, I've been cheated on before, and, you know, it would be very wrong of me to hold that against my wife, for example. And, you know, insecurity is something that is a you problem. So Next One is ultimately about how, if you're not careful, those insecurities can ruin a good thing. And there's only so many times I'm going to tell you, that's not me. That's not who I am. I didn't do that to you. Like, and he fucked up. Don't put that on me. You know, and the way you bring it up, it's like you don't want me. So, that is the concept of Next One. I do, ironically, I actually didn't think about this when I actually initially wrote the song, although I'm pretty sure people had got the correlation, and the art definitely leans into that. But I do initially was about, or rather, I do is about when you're with someone and they're constantly, you know, chasing other things. You know, they're chasing a fantasy, they're chasing, you know, a certain feeling that they felt, they're chasing a high, whatever, you know, and they have their partner at home being faithful, holding it down, doing everything that they're supposed to do. And it's like, ultimately, if you don't appreciate what you already have, again, you're gonna lose it, you know. And I wrote I do because I've been, you know, I've been made to feel undervalued in relationships. So, and I've also watched other people in my life that I'm close to, go through those same things with people. And that's where the inspiration came from. It came from, very real life situations, both from my own experiences and other people around me. And I guess, you know, when I heard the music, the very first thing I thought about was the hook, they will never do the things I do. They ain't gonna touch you like I do. They ain't gonna you like I do. But they won't love you like I do. But yeah, so I do is about, you know, ultimately knowing your own worth and your own value that you bring to the table, and recognizing when that is not being appreciated, and knowing when you have to walk away. Because if you don't walk away from a situation like that, you can end up very damaged and very hurt, and hurt people, and then the cycle begins anew. So that's what I do. Horny on Main was a very fun song to write. Of course, conceptually, I feel like the title speaks for itself. It's when you're, feeling a bit frisky. But you might be kind of be exposing your thirst level on your main account. So I thought, I got the idea for it just kind of talking, with friends, in different friend groups about, people we find attractive, things we like, kinks and things like that. And Horny on Main just kind of came to mind. I looked for a beat and I found it and came up with it relatively quickly. And yeah, it was just something I wanted to have fun with the concept and, turn it into a story of where, me and somebody are, talking and, kind of feeling each other and, one thing leads to another and we might get into a little situation. So, I thought again, I just wanted to have fun with the song and it came out great and I really enjoyed it. It was nice to share with folks and, again, just keep things lighthearted and, we're all adults. We all like what we like. And I just wanted to celebrate that, so to speak. Hotel was something I actually wrote very early on in the process of writing the other project I've been working on, Slay. Hotel was a sequel to a song I did on my last like full-length project, Money, Sex, Music, Lies. I did a song called Don't Stop, Keep Going. Where basically the concept of that song was I had a friend that was coming into town, we were linking up and, one thing leads to another and then we're getting intimate. So I wrote Hotel to continue that story initially. So the story picks up where, okay, now we've been seeing each other, we're fooling around, feeling each other's vibe, kind of figuring out what this particular situation is. Are we a couple? Are we just dating? Are we exclusive? Things of that sort, and all the while, making each other feel good and just enjoying our time together in the process. And the idea of keeping it secret and I won't tell comes from the fact of when you're in those types of things where you're not really too sure about what the relationship is, what you are to each other. Sometimes it is best to just kind of keep things on the low and figure things out on your own without really getting too many people involved. Because you never really want people in your business like that to begin with, really. Especially if you're not too sure what the situation is, you know what I'm saying? Because once you start getting people into your business, that's when things not necessarily get messy, but they get a little bit more complicated and complex. You get people asking you questions and, I might not want all that in the beginning, especially if you guys started off as friends. Then you probably got the same friend groups and stuff. So that's where the idea of Hotel came from. It was just continuing another story that I had already started in a different song, and Hotel was supposed to continue that. So yeah. 50 Shades of Lay at its core is about intimacy. Specifically being naked with someone, not the traditional nakedness that you associate with intimacy, but naked in the sense that I'm vulnerable. Can I be vulnerable to you? Can I open myself up to you? Can I show you all my scars? Can I lay myself bare and expose my heart to you? And once I do that, what will you do with it? I believe that being vulnerable with someone is probably one of the greatest forms of intimacy, because when you expose your heart to someone, it's very easy for them to hurt it, and sometimes you can't come back from that. There's people that, have burned so hurt and burned by relationships that they're just done, you know what I'm saying? And, there's others that, bandage themselves up and continue forward, but it is very difficult. As I said before about that there's a cycle that comes from people hurting other people, because you think you have it figured out, you think you know how to love, and you think you know what it is to be loved. But 50 Shades of Lay goes into what does that mean when you crave love, but you're also afraid of what that love can mean for you? You know what I'm saying? How exposed you are. So I've been hurt before in my life, and I've put a lot of that in my music. And 50 Shades of Lay was, in essence, you know, talking about that and being very candid about it. You know, if you lay with me, can you take away all my pain? I don't want no more games. Let's get away. Give me all of you and I'll give you all of me. All 50 Shades of Lay. Shit comes from a real place. But yeah, that is 50 Shades of Lay. And of course, the title itself comes from 50 Shades of Grey. You know, obviously. I know people have thoughts and feelings about the book and how well it represents the BDSM community and lifestyle. I just, you know, I couldn't help myself. 50 Shades of Lay. But that is my Lay It Down EP and the concepts behind all the songs. It's available now on all streaming platforms. You can get it anywhere you can get music. It's also on my website, iseeyoulaters.com. If you want to support me, definitely get it from there. I want to say it's about $5 to purchase a download of it. But again, it's also available on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all of the places. But thank you for tuning in and watching this newest installment of The Story of Lay. Sorry it took so long to get another one out to y'all. You guys enjoy hearing the concepts of my songs, me breaking down what they mean, things of that sort. Please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's a little bit, but it does go a long way in terms of helping the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. I also want to say shout out to all of y'all that have been watching the shorts, checking out new music when it drops and everything. It really does mean a lot, and I appreciate all the love that you guys give me here on the channel. That said, my name is Lost Angel of Havoc. We will see you next time, friends. Same lay time, same lay channel.